Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Missouri's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's DeLuca. On the run, still looking. Turns it on in midfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Tigers are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts out front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line. Guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy's been able to do throughout his career.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll just down it right there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the air on second down. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. Finding an escape route. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Ran through the contact. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but Play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air. It's Carr. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Riley. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give to the tailback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's DeLuca. He lofts one down the sideline. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. He'll try to pop the draw. Got the 1st down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They go to the draw. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll go right back to the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Carr. Makes the grab, it's Singleton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Handoff to the single running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He uncorks one deep. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for the...
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it out quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's DeLuca. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Snags it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. It's a draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Singleton. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Back to pass. It's Carr. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Quarterback empties his backfield. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Finds his tight end. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. Gonna run it. It's Green. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's DeLuca. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
And the returner will be brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They try to pop a run on the draw. Jukes his way for more. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. They get to the line quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Singleton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked it down so quickly. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give on the inside. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls out.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. To the air. It's Carr. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Nice move with the gut yardage. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Get it out on the screen. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd down play from the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back to throw, it's DeLuca. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Turns it loose. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to run for it. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Riley. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Dead center perfect. That puts them on top here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got it in the middle. It's Green. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's DeLuca. He's got it. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to throw it again.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's DeLuca. Under fire. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Terry. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that one is picked up in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.